Can you believe me or not? Can you understand the truth that I am gonna say it right now? There is some Mercelian gypsies. There are groups of gypsies within the Europe that settled in Mercelia. You can go and track the race. And others, European as well. And remember that this area, it was inhabited by slaves that brought from Africa. Even before the Messiah, the son of Virgin Mary, at the time when the real Israelis were settled there in the Holy Land based on the instruction of God. And those who were descended from slaves and mixed with the gypsies and Euro-Indian who settled in Marsilia, a big majority of them accepted what's called Catholic Christianity. Go and check the history. So they were becoming Catholic in this area. I'm talking in this area. Now you need to go to details. I'm giving it a general look. They were Catholic. There is some other sectors, but under the Romans. But there is a few small group, even among the slaves, or descendant from slaves, or the gypsies, or regardless, who accepted what? Judea, which is the Islam, at the time when the Israelites were favored. Now, the hadith is explaining that those who will be insisting on calling themselves Jews after the Messiah. Now, Muhammad is not talking about himself. People sometimes interpret the hadith in different ways, saying that after me, Muhammad, if you call yourself Jew, then you are bringing the anger of God, and your methods will be always twisted and methods of corruption. No, it's about the Messiah. Since the Messiah, every human being, either he's an Israelite or not, this is the facts, and the guys in the Holy Land need to understand that this is ifsadun fil ard. All of this corruption happening in the Middle East is behind it a lot. United States of America, the most cursed human being are living in the United States of America. I'm not, no retreat in this. أكثر خلق الله الملاعين في هذا العصر والزمان هم يعيشون في أمريكا الآن. في أمريكا. مو حتى في الدولة اللي اسمها إسرائيل. In America, the most cursed human being on planet Earth. I understand. In China, there is terrible things. In India, terrible racism against the natives, against the Muslims there in India. The so-called Shiite are doing terrible. The so-called Israelis are killing children. And among the children who they killed are real Israelis descended. And it's terrible. It's terrible in Africa. The most cursed there. So, this is a fact that they need to understand, that every human being, either he's an Israelite or not, insists on calling himself Jew after the Messiah, the son of Virgin Mary, announcing himself before 2000 years as a Messiah. Now this is a category about the so-called those who insist on calling themselves Jews. The Messiah came and talked about pagans, talked about many things, but unfortunately with the corruption, imagine if God, a'udhu billah, allowed the corruption that happened because many reasons. There was no Christian Muslim state. There was no Islam before 2000 years. And there was a lot of corruption in the translation, interpretation of the Angel and the Torah. But if God allowed in Quran, 80% of what the Quran is about will be deleted, will be destroyed. But God said, no, the Quran will be the same and I'll protect it. God insists that it will be in Arabic, like it used to in Hebrew. The Flasha, when they are goys, they accepted Islam and they used to pray by the Hebrew, not by their language. Also the Mercelians before, when some of them accepted Judea, they used to pray in Hebrew, because this is part of it. But when the Messiah came, they are no longer what? Favored. And it is the old way, the law. Now it's a new era law. It's 6 centuries. The ground of excuse is perfect in all parts of the world. All parts, the calculation of it for the judgment day. قامت الحجة والحساب يوم القيامة للبشر. Muhammad was sent. Within 1 century, this spread of Islam and protected the ground of excuse there and there. This is another topic. قامت الحجة هنا وهناك. Now, so within these 6 centuries, every human being who insists calling himself a Jew, and after Muhammad, and God have renewed the warning, any would be recognized as a person that brings the anger of God, and he shouldn't call himself Yahudi. And this is the category about the Yahudi. But the Messiah have explained about many things exactly like in Quran, but it's corrupted. God have renewed in the Quran. Moses, it's corruption. Even messengers here and there, in the east and the west. Muhammad is the final messenger. I think this is clear. So, the, your method, because if you're going to call yourself a Yehudit, if you have an institute, if you have leadership, if you are working with the elite, if you have a business, if you have become a real rich, if you are a monk, if you are preaching, God said it, and He's not now mousing around. Especially if you are becoming more powerful. And regardless, even if you are weak, you're helping. Look at those who come from Russia, insist on calling themselves Jews to the Holy Land. If you do so, God is saying that your method is a twisted method and a deceiving method. Okay? And you're all about corrupting the truth, like Netanyahu, like this regime. The humanity need to decide, with or against. That's it. All. This is the truth. You shouldn't be angry with me. Wallahi, it's the truth. Wallahi, it's the absolute truth about you. Regardless of me, am I a sick? Am I a terrible person? Am I nothing? Am I zero? Am I disgusting? Wallahi, what I say is the truth about you. Absolutely. Did you see that guy, the Indian guy? Well done, friends. Well done for what? Assaulting Muhammad. Go and assault the cow. I'm not going to mention any human being that they made God. The cow in front of them, what will they do to you and their neighbors? Are they going to say to you, well done, you are here protecting India from the terror of the Indians' history, the so-called Hindu terror, the rape against the Sikh women, the rape even between themselves, the rape against minority, the persecution of the so-called Christian in India. I'm not even going to talk about Muslim and what's happening to the Muslims. They will say, no, leave the cow alone because this is a figure. You go and criticize this group that committing terror or raping. But why he's happy, the so-called Hindu, while Modi is meeting Netanyahu, while there is even Tony Blair and Kissinger giving visit to them. Look at this. I shouldn't call it hidden political society. Cursed level of political society. That's his name, and I curse them. Damn them all those who are with them. Call for God by a person who received a lot of unjust. Damn you all, go to destruction. So, this is fact. The so-called Hindu is well done for us. Insult Muhammad, insult him. But he will never accept this because he understand. And they understand. He's not interested in the Holy Land because he's a kafir. I'm sorry, when I say kafir, it's not an insult. Kafir, a disbeliever on the creator of existence and structure. The supreme God of the world who instructed the law of the Hindu river, which is appropriate to the universe law. This is Hinduism. This is Hinduism with the messenger, good Krishna or a messenger Krishna. There is a debate between the Muslim. Buddha, it is the same. So return back. So God is saying, if you so the Messiah is not only about if you calling yourself Jew, no. The Messiah came with no. He's just a messenger. He's not God. If you keep on saying no, he is God. This is the Antichrist that you are worshipping, not the Son of Virgin Mary, who Muslims understand who he is, and he shall return back as a messenger, caliphate, to the whole Muslim after a great tribulation and an absolute destruction to all dark groups, and one of them, the so-called Christians, the so-called Israelis, the Jews. This is facts. Either you like your cross, either you like your satanic dimensional star from an Israelite, the truth. So the Mercelian sickness, slapping my. You don't understand the pain of a human being. See, leave me alone. Just give me the minimum right. Don't bother me. Look at the unjust that's happening in Middle East to many children, women, and other parts of the world. The Muslim, look at the Muslims, Muslim men and women. You are creating the problems. I'm fine. I'm so lucky. Go and see what's happening. You're creating this, but you don't care because you don't have a human conscience. You are criminals. You are dark machines to the big dark machine. Teeth, garbage. Garbage, there is garbage. Maybe listening to me, I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe wonderful people. There is garbage all around, human garbage. So God is saying, if you insist calling yourself a Jew, God, your methods will be a twisting, deceiving, corrupting the truth methods, and twisted, deceiving, and you will be all about corrupting the truth. Because this is how it is. The wild beast is coming. The devil is coming. You are putting if you are having coronavirus and I am bringing you the pills and the medicine of HIV, what will this do to your body? If you have coronavirus and I'm taking you and I'm treating you with what? With the treatment of those who have blood cancer or skin cancer, what will happen to your body? Destroyed. Exactly. This is part of it. You're twisted. You're deceiver. You're corrupting the truth. If you give a first lie, when it's come to the religion, there will be many lies after. Stop lying. I return back to the Mercelians. Those Mercelians, the majority, were Catholic. This is what the video is all about. When they established the so-called Israeli state at 1945, so many, even in Russia, Mercelian, but there is people who are around Netanyahu, they left the so-called Christian faith and they said, our ancestor is Jews, so I return back to the Holy Land, my ancestor land, and I live there in my ancestor land, and I become Jew. Because Roman forced us to be Christian. We go back Holy Land, we do this. Yeah. Now, I'm not lying. So they left the so-called Christian crusading faith and they proclaimed, yes, some of their ancestor might be a Jew, Goy Jew, not Israelite. And because, go to Macron, the president, His Excellency, the respectable president of France, there is a resource, 5th level, saying that you are proclaiming that you're in. I searched in the Google. I didn't go to the Wikipedia, to be honest with you. Saying that you are proclaiming. Wallah, I didn't see any information. But is it truth that you are hiding, saying that you are descendant from a Jewish family? Is this true? Maybe you're a god. Are you saying that you're an Israelite? Oh God. How many? Let's go and check. Go to America, those who are around Ramsfeld, I think. Ramsfeld, I don't know. The one with in Iraq. Are you descended also from Israeli? Oh, Jew, I understand. Goy, yes, Goy. Why didn't you be like those Mercelian our Holy Land, occupiers, who said, it's our ancestor. They changed their faith for the money, for helping occupation to occupy the real Israelis' land. I mean, what Muhammad brought, you don't just question it. That's why they're angry. That's why they just want to destroy Islam, destroy Muhammad as a figure. Muhammad, we don't need to protect Muhammad. We all should be Muhammad. We all should be healer. We all, okay? We all should follow this step. You're an atheist, fine. What are you doing? What are you doing in the Middle East? What sort of terrible crime for centuries? Why are you doing this? Then if there is a reaction, blame yourself. Don't bother us. Do not bother. In comment, in YouTube, in the street, don't say anything about Islam. Islam is good. You're the one who is criminal. That's it, starting from the West. A so-called Hindu. But the problem is not with this so-called Hindu. The so-called Hindus used to eat some rat or worship some rat. Eat some cow or worship some cow. Eat the shit of his monk or rape women to be close to his hellfire. Bath. Draggers to bath gods. So-called God. Or worshipping the carbs and rivers and swimming. But something came there and empowered him. A bigger dark group, the West. Do you see? Understand the point? So it's dark groups, but the West is behind it. I know that and that's why I'm surprised and wondering why my videos are deleted. I'm not doing anything. Look what you're doing. So my videos, why it should be deleted? Though I am. So the Mercelians need to wake up. Right now they are educating the new generation in Palestine, in the Holy Land, in our real Israeli, that you are descended from Israel. No, you are not. You are filthy liars. You are guys. Either you are African, with due my respect to Africa. Either you are Gypsies or European or Ashkenazis, with due my respect to the good ones, you know that. Either you are Russians, with due my respect to Russia. You are coming from there. Iran, you got nothing to do with the Holy Land and the real Israelis. The real Israelis would find a perfect opportunity to go, but they know it. Now listen to me. They could go, I am inside the Holy Land. Salam alaikum, shalom. I pay jizya. But they didn't because they know that they are not from the Holy Land. In Persia, Yehud Asfahan, they knew. In Egypt, in Morocco, they know, no, it was fine. It was fine. They can go and settle. And Andalusia, they know. They stayed in Andalusia, then they went to Morocco. They didn't. They didn't. In Turkey, they are Jew in Turkey. In Europe, I am European. Why I go to Holy Land? When did this lie come? Recently. Now, twisted, corrupting the truth, deceiving, because they worship the devil. They start lying. Israel state, this is called Israel state, this is the river to the river. This is Israel, river to the river. I have brought a lot of videos. This is our... They worship the devil and they were directed there. I don't need to explain more. What I said is the truth. It's a personal case with an alignment of understanding Islam, which is submission to God Almighty Allah, who created this existence and universes, who sent Muhammad as a final messenger. I don't give a fuck about who God. Okay, but you need to give a fuck not to fuck my life and go away, go back. That's it. And it's a personal case with an alignment of understanding the Ishmaelian. I don't give a fuck what type of culture you Ishmaelian or the real Israelis have. You and your... Fine, don't give a fuck. Just fuck off. Leave us, let us live in peace. But you don't want this because you are criminal and you deserve the punishment that will be a result of a terrible curse. Macron, you're European. Please, there is hidden things. You're European. François. You have nothing to do with the Israeli. Your ancestor Jews, was their choice to be in the good side before the Messiah, if they were Jews at that time, and in the bad side after the Messiah. That the era, this is the divine plan.